Okay, rare earth metal is still in news. Rare earth metal is still in use. And rare earth metal, because the kind of, we will talk more on it. China is expanding its trade now. China is expanding its Belt and One Belt, One Road initiative, and Tajikistan as a country, it has signed One Belt, One Road initiative from China. Means Chinese company they will do infrastructure development into Tajikistan. Chinese companies are doing infrastructure development into more than 100 countries around the globe, and they are replacing US aid program earlier. More or less, China is growing in money day by day, heavy to very heavy. And then someone would say the sourness between the USA and China is inevitable. When China is taking all the business from the United States, then bitterness is inevitable. In that manner, US is trying to get rid of dependency on China. US is trying to get rid of the dependency on China. Okay, if US is trying in that way, the biggest dependency on China from US side is rare earth metal. Now US is now trying to be dependent on other country for the rare earth metal than China. If it happens, US starts getting rare earth metal imports from other countries than China, then probably it can dissociate itself from the China. But right now, whenever it tries to trouble China, China stops the export of rare earth metal into the United States. This is what it does. Then American chip manufacturing company, electronic company, they start suffering because they need 17 rare earth metal to manufacture their electronic chip, and that comes from China only. In that manner, 20th October, 1 month back, Anthony Albanese, Prime Minister of Australia, he was in United States White House meeting Donald Trump out there, and Donald Trump signed a deal of $8.1 billion for extraction and refining of rare earth metal from the Australia. This is a big movement Donald Trump has already done with Pakistan. Donald Trump has already signed a rare earth mineral metal deal with Thailand. This is the number two. With Thailand, it came as number three. With three countries, United States has signed the rare earth metal contract. And in that contract, now these company, American company, Australian company, they will work together. First, they will try to search for the rare earth metal in Australia. Once they find it out, they will set up a refinery out there. There are two things. One is called rare earth metal, and they are 17 in number. There is something called rare earth mineral or critical earth mineral. Rare earth metal is different, mineral is different. There are more than 40 rare earth mineral or critical earth mineral. Mineral means compound like monazite. These are the compound which contain many rare earth metal. Like if I take iron ore, then there will be more than iron into it, iron and maybe gold or silver or something like that in the iron stone. If I take copper stone, that personally I have seen the copper industry personally, and there when they take out copper from the copper stone, at the end they take out gold also, because copper stone deposition has gold also. So these are typically called mineral. So from mineral, if someone refine it, then he get many metals. So there are critical minerals, and there are 17 rare earth metals. Australia is one of the country after China, most probably, where it has all 17 rare earth metal, all, and then 41 critical minerals are there. In those compounds, someone can search out 17 rare earth metal. Anthony Albanese, now he has signed contract of $8 billion from United States. That money will be spent in the course of years. First 6 months, they will try to search a particular rare earth metal, and then all the earth metal. I have a documentation that we will see what is the condition of Australia in rare earth metal, and what this trade deal, or the we can say investment of $8.1 billion of America into the Australia. America has investment of $500 million in Pakistan. America has investment of around $440 million in Thailand, and $8.1 billion in Australia that was signed on 20th October 2025. What the deal is and what is the condition of Australia as far as rare earth metal. Rare earth metal are heavily used in electronic industry, making laser, making magnet, and those kind of things. So I have documentation on the contract deal or agreement between United States and Australia that happened on 20th October 2000. What are the rare earth metals? There are 17 rare earth metals. They are available in Australia, and they are cerium, dis, dysprosium, erbium, europium, gadolinium, holmium, lanthanum, lutetium, neodymium, praseodymium, promethium, samarium, scandium, terbium, thulium, ytterbium, and yttrium. 17 rare earth metals are available in Australia. If I talk about world leading countries which has a reserve of rare earth metal, China is number one, which has reserve of 44 million ton of rare earth metal. Vietnam 20 million, 22 million, Brazil 21 million, Russia 10 million, India 7 million ton, Australia 6 million ton. So Australia comes in number 6 as a reserve of rare earth metal deposit in the country. United States 1.8, Greenland 1.5, Tanzania zero point 0.9, Canada zero point 0.5, South Africa point, Canada zero point 0.8, South Africa zero point 0.8 million ton. About the production, how much they are doing the production. In the production, China is extracting 270,000 metric ton every year. USA 45,000 metric ton every year. Myanmar 31,000 metric ton every year. Australia is number 4 at 13,000 ton of the rare earth metal it is refining every year. Nigeria 13,000, Thailand 13,000, India 2,900, Russia 2,500. Anyway, let's talk about the kind of rare earth metal in Australia. Okay, so 20th October 2024, $8.5 billion, not $8.1 billion. Ready to go project means $1 billion immediately United States has paid to the Australia immediately. And in $1 billion, in next 6 months they will try to search out the rare earth metal in Australia. Anyway, there are two companies in Australia who are getting immediate contract now. One is Perth. Perth is southwest Australia. Perth Arapura rare earth, which is making permanent magnet out there. So it is getting the contract in $1 billion immediate money, and another company is Linus Rare Earth Metal. So they are. I'm sorry. One is Arapura Rare Earth Metal in Perth, and one is Aluka Resources. Okay, so Aluka Resources is getting the contract, and Arafura rare earth metal in Australia, they are getting the contract. If when they are getting the contract, the share price has risen by 7% and 3% immediately. So these two companies are primarily getting contract for the $1 billion. Net $8.5 billion has to be invested in Australia. Right now, China controls 70% of the global rare earth metal. And as far as refining the critical mineral is concerned, the compound like copper ore is refined to get the copper, gold, and so like that. As far as refining or processing of the mineral is concerned, China is doing 90% of the processing. More or less, worldwide rare earth mineral, critical mineral processing is going on in China only, more or less. And China is producing 75% of the rare earth metal on its own. Otherwise, China is importing mineral from outside company and it is refining in China. This is what is going on. That's why it is 90%. Anyway, United States has planned to invest another $2.2 billion. 8.5 is being invested now through Anthony Albanese, and another $2.2 billion United States is planning to invest separately into southwest Australia as a state there out there to take out gallium, to set up a gallium refinery in southwest of Australia. United States will spend $2.2 billion separate. Anyway, okay, there is what are the present scenario of the Australia. So which companies are taking out rare earth metal right now? So Aluka Resources, they are doing. Perth-based Arafura Rare Earth Metal, they are doing. There is another company called Linas Rare Earth Metal. So Linas Earth Rare Metal, okay, they are also doing the rare earth metal extraction in Australia, and they have been awarded separate project from the Defense Department of United States, and they are where they are in Australia that is not mentioned. Means more or less there are three companies: Lunas Rare Earth, Aluka Resources, and Arafura Rare Earth in Australia. They are doing excavation of the rare earth metal. Anyway, there are four things that is going on. One is called Dubbo project. Dubbo project, DUBBO, Dubbo project, and under the Dubbo project, the rare earth oxides that include neodymium and praseodymium. These are the two rare earth metals that are being extracted from the New South Wales. New South Wales is another state. Okay, where there is something called trachytic deposit. New South Wales is near to Canberra, I think so. New South Wales, Victoria, these are the states in the southeast of Australia. Southwest of the Australia, Perth is there, and their companies are there in New South Wales. There is a deposit of trichytic deposit, and through which neodymium and praseodymium are being extracted under Dubbo project. There is a monazite deposit also, and they are being extracted through mineral sand deposit project, or I don't know, something like that. Iconic clay. Hop, hop, hop. Okay, iconic clay is another place name, I believe, and that has deposit that is in South Australia, and that there is a place name called Koppamura, Koppamura in South Australia under the iconic clay project. There they are taking out rare earth oxides. So rare oxide is a mineral from which the critical earth metal will be extracted. Carbonate and other magnetic works are also rocks are also available. So I would rephrase what I read here. There are four ways that Australia carries the rare critical earth mineral. One is called in New South Wales. There is a rare earth oxides of neodymium and praseodymium in New South Wales, and the name of the actual deposit is trachytic. There is another deposit of monazite in term of mineral sand deposit. There is in South Australia, Koppamura place, there is another deposit of rare earth oxide that is called trio. And then other places they are finding carbonate and other magnetic rocks also. These are the whatever is available in Australia right now. American project will kind of it will make at war scale in search of all 17 rare earth metal or mineral from which earth metal will be taken out. Anyway, seven companies in Australia, they are getting contract under this 8.5 million billion dollar money will come from Export Import Bank of United States called EXIM. So Export Import Bank of United States, they will invest 8.5 billion dollar into Australia, and seven companies in Australia they are receiving this money. Okay, what about critical mineral in Australia? 40 critical minerals are found in Australia. In 40 critical minerals, 17 rare earth metal are there, and one of the critical mineral is called zirconium. Zir- Zirconium is a compound in which many rare earth metal is found. Unfortunately, zirconium from the Australia are being exported into China. China export 40%, 41% of the 41% of the zirconium that China import and then it refine it, process it to take out rare earth metal. It comes from Australia only. And then zirconium, rare earth metal, that rare earth mineral, critical mineral that is coming from the Australia into China. One chunk is going to Russia also. And Russia is refining zirconium and using the rare earth metal in manufacturing the missile and other technology in the Ukrainian war. Why it is coming into the news is since war has started with the Ukraine, Russia importing zirconium from China has gone 3 times high. Means Australia to China, China to Russia. Russia is refining it and making missile and those kind of things. China is importing zirconium from Australia and making hypersonic missiles. All are going on the chest of America. Means Australia is exporting its mineral to China, and China and United States they are using this mineral against America. More or less, this is what is going on. I have a small data that how much Australia is dependent upon its mining business. Australia is considered as a mining country. Means it has a lot of mines. Australia net GDP, gross domestic product, 13.6 to 17% money comes from mining. One India 2.2 to 2.5% of money in GDP comes from mining. In USA 1.2%, in China 1.5%, in Russia 12.7% money comes from the mining. Means Australia is a big source of mining. Gold to everything deposit are abundant in Australia. So America is looking very positively for that Australia, but it will take time. Australia right now is not a producer of rare earth metal. Zirconium and some mineral are being found, and all they are sending it to China. One, China is processing them, and then it is giving to Russia also to process it. Now America is thinking to get to stop everything from Australia to China, completely scrap it, and then step first search, do the extensive search of all rare earth metal on which America is dependent upon China. Once it is found out, then we set up refinery out there in full Australia, refine, get the rare earth mineral and take it to America. Then America will not be dependent upon the China. And then stopping anything that is being exported from Australia to China. Anyway, this is a very ambitious task. Searching and refining is not that easy because China has every setup ready. Every setup ready. It will take few years, and let's see how much Exim Bank or how much Americans are serious about it. It depends upon that.